Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing Minnesota Twins franchise here today. It is games 50 through 52 of season number 5. We're taking on the Tampa Bay Rays in a 3-game series from Target Field. We come in at second in the American League Central, trailing the Detroit Tigers by 6 games. We've played 21 games in the month of May. We're 10-11. And we are number 1 in baseball in home runs hit. We are number 1 in baseball in strikeouts. The Rays are dead last in strikeouts. Overall, it looks like the Rays should be a pretty favorable matchup for us. Rays, a little bit disappointing season for them. I thought they would be in the mix, and they have not performed well so far this season. They got some good acquisitions in the offseason that just have not panned out, apparently. They are 21-29, and I believe they are 4th in the American League East. Game number 1 of this series, 50th game of the season. Blake Snell will get the start for Tampa Bay. Chad Bettis will go for us, making start number 10 on the season, a 5.89 ERA. 1.49 whip is a little bit high. We get into some second inning action here. Jason Kipnis came over from the Cleveland Indians in his first year with the Tampa Bay Rays. 2-1 count with 2 outs and nobody on. He grounds it through the hole on the left side. It bounces off of Mark Kirby's glove. Kipnis is going to try to get to second, and he is thrown out by Kirby to end the inning. Middle of the second, no score. We go to the third. Scott Schebler, former Cincinnati Red, newly called up for the Rays. On a 1-1 count from Bettis, a high fastball, and Schebler drives it deep to right. That one's going to get up and get out, and it's the first home run of the season for Scott Schebler. And it puts the Rays up 1-0. So our pitching staff has been fairly good this season. The only issue is they give up too many home runs. They lead the league in strikeouts, but they give up too many home runs, and that has hurt us. This one is off the first base bag and into right field. Runner's going to round third and score. It's going to be 2-0 Tampa Bay here in the third inning. Xander Bogaerts, one of those off-season acquisitions that I thought would help put the Rays in contention in the AL East. We go to the fourth inning. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay. This is Kevin Kiermaier. He's batting under the Mendoza line at 198. Runner on third, and Kiermaier is going to lift one out to center field. Byron Buxton is there. Runner tagging from third. Buxton makes the catch. It's going to be plenty deep enough to score the run. And it is 3-0 Tampa Bay. Middle of the fourth inning. Rays lead 3-0. We go to the bottom of the inning with Nolan Arenado at the plate. He's only batting .239. We need his bat to come around. 11 home runs, 25 RBIs, and he grounds this one up the middle. Byron Buxton is heading to third, trying to go first to third on a single, and he makes it. Let's take another look at that. Byron Buxton with the wheels. Coming around second. We'll pause that, take a look at the show track here. 20.39 miles per hour. And he goes first to third in 6.6 seconds. Buxton showing off that elite speed. So runners on the corners with nobody out for Eddie Rosario. He's going to rip one through the hole on the right side between second and first. Buxton comes in to score, and the Twins are on the board. It's 3-1 Tampa. Here's Francisco Cervelli. Probably, I think at this point, he's the longest tenured catcher in this franchise that is 5 seasons old. We have gone through a lot of catchers, and he is going to get the sacrifice fly. 3-2, we go to the 6th inning. Chasen Shreve will take the ball from Chad Bettis. Here's the delivery with runners on the corners and 2 outs, and he's going to induce the ground ball to short. On to Mario Calero at first. Middle of the 6th, it's 3-2 Tampa. And that keeps us in the game as we head to the 9th inning. Brad Boxberger on to try to save the game for the Rays. He's got a 1.98 ERA. He's 6 of 6 in save opportunities this year, but he did lead the league last season in blown saves. He is facing Miguel Sano now with Raimel Tapia on first. 3-2 count with 1 out. We send Tapia, and Sano strikes out, but Tapia is going to get the stolen base. And he will be in scoring position here for Mario Calero. With 2 outs in the ninth, Rays 1 out away from winning the game. Calero with a drive to right. This one is hanging up there. It's got a chance. And it's off the middle of the wall. Runner is going to score. And Calero is going to end up at second with an RBI double to tie the game up at 3. So 3 unanswered runs for the Twins is going to send us into extra innings. We labor on into the 16th in this one. Genmar Gomez making his 21st appearance, facing Ramon Torres, who is 1 for 6 on the day. This is his 7th at bat here in the 16th inning. And he's going to launch one to right. And that will propel the Rays into the win column. 5th home run of the year for Ramon Torres. Puts them up 4-3. They do go on to hold on to the victory in the bottom of the 16th inning. And it's just brutal to come back and score 3 runs, tie the game, send it to extras, and then go 16 innings, deplete the bullpen, and lose. That's a rough way to lose a baseball game, and a lot of times it ends up costing you the next game or two as well. So let's see if we can bounce back from that. Rays lead the season series now, 3-2. After the 4-3 victory, Xander Bogaerts is your player of the game. Here in game number 1, he went 3 for 7 with a double and an RBI. Ramon Torres, though, was the real hero for the Tampa Bay Rays in this one. So we're hovering around the 500 mark here through 50 games. We're 25-25. And in game number 51, we're going to face former Minnesota Twin Alex Meyer, making his 11th start of the year, 4.13 ERA, 1.36 whip, 45 strikeouts, and 20 walks. And new Minnesota Twin Sonny Gray will be on the hill for us. He's 6-3, 3.45 ERA, and 62 2/3 innings. And let's get this one underway here in the second, see if we can bounce back from that brutal extra innings loss in game number 1 of this series. Kevin Kiermaier at the plate now with runner on first, runner going. Here's the throw, got him. And behind the plate today is Paulino instead of Cervelli. After that long 16-inning game, Cervelli gets the day off. And Paulino throws the guy out at second, trying to steal. I think it was Kevin Kiermaier, right? Kevin Kiermaier thrown out at second. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. This one's lifted to center. Buxton underneath it. Runner tagging from third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, and the run will score. The Rays jump out to a 1-0 lead. In the middle of the 4th, we go to the 5th inning. Jorge Dumas. This is the Rays catcher. Batting .232 with 4 home runs on the season. Here's the delivery from Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is the one reason we might have a chance in this game after a depleted bullpen. Sonny Gray would have the ability to take the ball and go deep into the game. That would help us out a whole bunch. Rays lead at 1-0, though. Sonny Gray not getting much run support here in the second game of the series. Miguel Sano now. And Sano is going to tie it up with a solo home run to left. Seriously, the ball just flies off of his bat this season. 25 home runs for Miguel Sano. And we're in game number 51. What a pace he is on. Could he threaten Barry Bonds' 73 home run record? It's possible. Who knows? 7th inning. This is Jason Kipnis. We're all tied up at 1 with 2 outs and nobody on. And Sonny Gray is still on the hill trying to get through 7. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Grounded right back up the middle. Sonny Gray has it. He'll almost walk it over to first. And Sonny Gray giving us exactly what we need in this one to give us a chance. Middle of the 7th inning, we stretch. Here at Target Field, we're tied at 1. Let's go to the 9th now. Trevor May is going to be on for a depleted Twins bullpen. His ERA is skyrocketed to 7.43. And I believe that will come back around. He's been pretty consistent for us throughout the years. But he's having a little bit of a rough start to the year, and it continues here as it gets over the head of Raimel Tapia and right. A run's going to score. Another one rounding third, heading to the plate. Here comes the relay, and it is cut off. And Steven Souza Jr. drives in some runs. The Rays get the win here in game number 2, and we fall to 0-2 in this series. Hopefully we'll try to salvage game number 3. The Rays lead the season series 4-2 with just 1 game remaining. So they have locked up a win in the season series. Brad Boxberger comes on and earns the save in this one. So he follows up his blown save by completing one. We go to game number 52. We're 25-26. The Rays Coming in at 23 and 29, and maybe starting to get a little momentum. And Jake Odorizzi is going to start for Tampa Bay. Making start number 10. He's got a 3.66 ERA, 1.37 whip. Jose Barrios will go for us. He's trying to get his season turned around. Struggling at a 5.72 ERA, and he's 1-5. But he's been showing some signs lately of turning it around. Xander Bogaerts now with the runner on third in the top of the first inning. And a delivery from Barrios. Chopper up the middle. Charged by Wilmer Flores on to first. They get the out, but the run does come in to score, and Tampa Bay jumps out to a 1-0 lead. We're trying to avoid the sweep. Miguel Sano now with runners on the corners in the bottom of the first. Delivery from Odorizzi, and Sano is going to lift this one to left. It's got a chance, and it's going to be caught at the wall. Runner luckily stays home and tags, and comes in to score to tie it at 1 at the end of the first inning. Let's go to the third. Jace Peterson hitting .216 with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. Runner on first, and Peterson's going to lift this one towards the right center gap. It's going to reach it. One hop the wall. Runner rounding third now is going to head to the plate and should score. Without a throw, he does. And Jace Peterson with an RBI double gives the Twins a 2-1 lead here in the third. This is Francisco Cervelli back behind the plate today as our catcher. And he's going to bloop this one over the head of the third baseman and into left. It's going to be cut off there. In left, a run does come in to score, though. It's 3-1 Minnesota, and that might be the end of the day for Odorizzi. Looks like they just come out to talk to him. Mario Calero at the plate now, still facing Odorizzi. Runners on first and second. Calero, base hit up the middle. That's going to drive in another run. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. Closer than I thought it was going to be, but Dumas cannot get the tag down. 4-1 Minnesota at the end of the third. And so far, Jose Barrios has only given up 1 hit. All right, we got a runner on second now as we go to the 5th inning. This is Jason Kipnis with nobody out, and Kipnis is going to get one down inside the chalk down the left field line. It's going to bounce off of the wall. And it's an RBI double for Jason Kipnis. It's 4-3 now in the middle of the 5th. Twins holding on to a 1-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th. This is Raimel Tapia. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the delivery from Odorizzi. And Tapia is going to lift this one to right. Steven Souza Jr. going back, and he's not going to get there. Runs out of room. It's a home run for Raimel Tapia. It's number 4. 4th home run of the year for Tapia. And the Twins extend their lead to 5-3. Trying to get back to the 500 mark. There were 25 and 26 coming into this game. End of the 5th, we lead by 2. 6th inning, Genmar Gomez. He got tagged with the loss in the first game of this series. In the 16th inning, he's back in with 2 outs. Runners on the corners facing Jason Kipnis, and Kipnis is going to ground it through the left side. Cut off by Eddie Rosario before it can get to the wall. But a run does come in to score, and that cuts the lead to just 1 and leaves runners at second and third. Jason Kipnis drives in the run. We got out of the inning, though, with the lead intact. We go to the 7th. Chasen Shreve making his 20th appearance of the year. 4.41 ERA for Shreve. And he's facing Mark Canha, who came over from the Oakland A's last season to Tampa Bay. Tampa's been active in changing up their roster. Here comes the throw from right field, and it's going to be plenty of time. And Raimel Tapia ends the inning by throwing out a runner at the plate. And the Twins still have the lead. Here's Joe Biagini facing Eddie Rosario in the bottom of the 7th. Hanging pitch taken to right by Rosario. That one's at the track, and it is into the overhang in right field. 11th home run of the year for Rosario. That ties Nolan Arenado for second on the club. in home runs, and the Twins go on to win 6-4. Rays do win the season series 4-3. We remain at 500 at 26-26. But we continue to fall further and further behind the Detroit Tigers, who never lose. They are 34-18. So we are a good, 8 games out of first place? Crazy. We're going to take a look at the standings here in a second. Mario Calero went 3 for 5 with a double. Good game for him. Let's look at the AL standings here in this one. The Yankees, Tigers, and Angels all lead their division. We are 8 games behind the Tigers in the division race. The Astros would be your top wild card team if the playoffs started today. The Rangers and the Red Sox would be tied for the second wild card. And we are a game and a half behind them. So we're still in the wild card hunt. But man, we just keep falling further and further behind in the division race. As the Tigers, every time I look at the bottom line, they are winning baseball games. So that's it for episode number 242, Minnesota Twins franchise, season number 5, here on Mom's Basement Sports Gaming.